Hello, everyone. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back to Monday to Friday, the Entrepreneur Way. I'm Ronique, and in today's episode, we will be talking about misunderstandings. Oh my goodness. I'm only going to use that term because I don't want to say anything else on this platform. And so we're going to do a recap really quick on what happened. Because we all know that every Monday we plan our week, right? And let's recap and see if what we had planned, if it went through. So last week I spoke to you guys and I told you all that it will be a good week because it started off with a great weekend. I worked the Saturday night, went to church, and then the Monday I stayed home. The Tuesday, I had to go to the studio to record a little, singing and stuff. The Wednesday, I stayed home. The Thursday, I stayed home. Empowered, motivated still, even though I'm not working a 9 to 5. I stayed home those 2 days, and I prepared for the weekend, which I knew I was going to work the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday. Yes, so that week, the Wednesday, the Thursday, after I was at the studio the Tuesday, I took the time off to, pack my bags for the weekend. Just a little insight for you guys. I was given an opportunity to work that weekend another job. And that would go for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the Sunday. That's 4 days work. But I wasn't able to take that job because I've already committed to another job. And so I gave it to someone else. And here I am looking forward to my work, my official work, every other weekend as, a babysitter. And so I, prepared myself and everything. I went to work, guys, on the Friday. And when I went there, they weren't expecting me. And I don't see the sense in that. I guess it was a misunderstanding. They said that it's changed to now 2 weeks or maybe once a month. And I have no idea that was the case. And so I wasted my bus fare and my time and my effort and, went to that job. Anyway, no problem. Took my bags, went out the door. Went home. Didn't went home, but you know what I mean. I was at halfway through at this point, and I received a call. By the way, guys, on this specific weekend, as you can see, I already took myself out of a job that I was supposed to work, and then I also took myself off of a schedule that I was on. I was supposed to attend a rehearsal that Friday and that Saturday. But I took that off my mind and I said, hey, I'm going to work. I'm just going to go to church on the Sunday. So with that work being cancelled, now I'm at halfway through and I received a call from one of the members of the practice. And they asked me where I was and I told them, and we arranged to meet in Manor Park and we would head to the rehearsal. My question to you today is, have you ever planned anything and it did not go as planned? You can either write this down or you can just answer it, because I'm sure we all have things and assignments that we have started or planned and it just did not work out. So you can think about those and then we will just talk about it and I'll explain what I went through. Yes, guys, so this part of this episode, I call it working on something else. How happy I am knowing that when something did not work out, I still had something to do. I was, I went to the rehearsal and I was very discouraged. But when I realized that, hey, you still have something else to do. You still have something working on. You're not wasting your weekend anyway. And as I was there, I did not believe the encouragement I received from my fellow brothers. And this encouragement I did not ask for it because I didn't say, oh, to everybody that, hey, I was supposed to work today. But no, only probably one person know. The encouragement was this. I was given the challenge to sing a part. I did not want to sing that part, and I was going to give it my worst shot. And the person that I was supposed to sing with, when I heard them singing and the tone and the confidence that he did or he performed, I was like, what? Why are you being so good? Now you're forcing me to do the same. And I did not want to do my best, but I was forced to do my best. And that in itself just encouraged me to, it's so important to just have people around you that keep doing their best so that you can always do your best as well. And so when I look on this job that disappointed me, I'm not discouraged until the end, or I will not worry about it for the entire day, because guess what? It may not have worked out now when I needed it, but I'm sure it has worked out before and it may work out again. Or I might consider closing that door. It's the same procedure if you are a 9-to-5er, if you are an entrepreneur. There are times when you have to make decisions like this. Either you move on to the next challenge or to the next job if you have to, because there are many other opportunities for you. It also reminds me of the other things I mentioned before in the other episodes about work. What is work? And I realized that I have so much things to do around me, but I focus on the things that I have to do in the workspace, in the normal world. And I think about it, and that's why I use this sentence or this phrase to say working on something else. Like, have you ever, started something in your house or at a job, anything, but say for example, you start the rice if you're cooking, but it don't need any attention, so you can close it and you can go to the meat. You can season the meat, you can put in the meat, you just switch and go to different things while you're waiting on the others to finish. My encouragement to you is to work on something else. Don't sit and wait until the rice is finished. Look at it, stare at it until it's finished, steam and everything. Move on to the next issue, move on to the next work, move on to the next chapter, move on to the next task, because you don't have to sit down and watch everything. You can move on to something else and do something else with your time. We are all aware of this phrase or this statement that we should always have a plan B. My encouragement to you is always have plans. Always have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, because you never know which one will work. Sometimes the ones that you think will not work is the one that will work. Always have more than one projects working on, so that while one is cooking or when one is on its way, you can start working on another one and another one, and then eventually they will grow the seed, or they will be able to help you in the time of need, whenever the time is right. It is also so important to plan outside of work, to have a creative space or an escape, and I call it complete your circle. When I was planning for this weekend to work, I had created a C, and I said Friday outfit, PJs, Saturday church outfit, all the things that I needed to put in my bag. I put C's, and I said I would put another C to complete the circle. And if you look on my page right now, the C is there, the circle is not completed. Now, the only thing that completed my weekend was the fact that I had other plans and I had other engagements to attend. The other famous encouragement is every disappointment is for an appointment. Just keep going. And so, last but not least, let me close off this week's episode by just saying, do not be discouraged. When these things come your way, if they come your way, never be discouraged. Always use them as encouragement to keep going. And so, that's the end of today's episode. And I am so looking forward to planning next week with you all and to review it and to keep going even as we realize where we've went wrong, what we can do to improve our weeks or months or years. And so for next week, I don't know what it will be, but I'm sure that we're approaching a season of a lot of activities. It may not be work related, but I am pretty much active in other areas of my life, and I'll be willing to share them with you all as it relates to next week's Monday to Friday, or rather I should say this week's Monday to Friday, because today is a Monday when I'm recording this. I only have errands to run, bills to pay, and then Friday again I have rehearsal and stuff like that. So Friday, Saturday rehearsal and church on Sunday. And that's about it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Monday to Friday, the Entrepreneur Way. I'm Ronique, and I want to wish you guys all the best this week. Keep doing what you're doing, whether it's a 9-to-5 or you're an entrepreneur just like me. Whether you live in Kingston, Jamaica, in the beautiful hills of St. Andrew like me, or you are somewhere in the world, hey, keep going. And as we say, or as I started to say since last week, happy Monday, happy week. See you all next week. Bye.